What's up, my people? You're not tuned in to Me TV. Now, we gonna bring you all the stories about the stories that we need to bring you stories about. You feel me? So, that's what we gonna do. Some stories might be good, some stories might be tragic, but hey, man, that's how these stories go. I don't make it up. Now we getting into it. You feel me? So look, man, bang the like button, bang that subscribe button. You see them on the screen. Yeah, them right there. Hit the like and subscribe, man. Hit that right there. Now we about to get started with our story.
In the deadly shooting of a woman who police say was killed by a former University of Alabama basketball player.
We have learned that the victim may have rejected advances from Darius Miles right before she was shot. That is according to her own mother. Investigators say 23-year-old Jamia Harris was with her boyfriend visiting in Tuscaloosa, Alabama over the weekend. According to Harris's mother, DeCarla Cotton, a man approached her daughter and started flirting with her at the restaurant. Harris declined his advances, causing an altercation. Cotton says as her daughter and her boyfriend were leaving, a man shot multiple times into their vehicle. Harris's boyfriend fired back in defense. Authorities say Miles, along with the second suspect, are both charged with capital murder.
Darius Miles has been charged with capital murder in connection to a shooting that killed a 23-year-old woman. It happened early this morning in Tuscaloosa. Miles was arrested along with 20-year-old Michael Davis, also charged with capital murder after Jamia Harris was shot and killed. Now, in this video from our sister station in Birmingham, you can see a tearful Miles there being escorted by law enforcement, followed by Davis. He appears to be mouthing "I love you" over and over as he makes his way into the patrol car. Deputies responded to the Walk of Champions at Bryant-Denny Stadium around 1:45 this morning.
The vehicle had stopped there upon sighting a University of Alabama police vehicle and had stopped for assistance. That vehicle, in addition to the driver, contained a deceased female that had been shot. The driver reported that their vehicle had been shot into and that he had also returned fire and believed that he may have struck a suspect. It was quickly determined that the shooting did not occur on campus or at the Bryant-Denny Stadium. That is just where the vehicle, the victim saw a marked University of Alabama patrol vehicle and stopped for assistance.
Now, investigators say the shooting happened on the 400 block of Gray Street off of University Boulevard, also known as the Strip. Now, after securing surveillance video and talking to witnesses, investigators found both suspects and confirmed one had non-life-threatening injuries from a gunshot wound. Police say they think the shooting happened due to a minor altercation between the suspects and the victims. They say Harris was not affiliated with the University of Alabama.
We're always going to respond and do our best, and anybody that wants to perpetuate this type of violence in our city and county, be on the lookout, because we're going to be investigating, and we always try to solve our case.
Now, as y'all have heard the stories, y'all heard the details, and y'all know what's going on. This is another tragic story about a young woman, a young black woman, losing her life over something senseless, something that should have never happened, and something that could easily be prevented. Now, I would like to give my condolences to her families, my prayers and my blessing to her family, because I know it's hard to lose a daughter or a child, for that matter, in a situation like this that's so senseless. So I would like to give my condolences and say this young lady has left this earth entirely too fast. But to get back on topic, it's crazy how the past 4 months you see a lot of young black women getting killed, either on trips with their friends or in a senseless way. This is crazy. This is very crazy and abnormal. Now, this particular situation, as you've seen, she was with her boyfriend, and her boyfriend shot back at the two perpetrators. Now, me personally, just being the type of person I am, this seems like a situation of pure disrespect from the guy Darius Miles, the Alabama basketball player. Him and his friend seemingly was probably belligerent. Two guys against one and his girlfriend. Somebody probably said something disrespectful, something out of the line, and the boyfriend probably responded, and boom, there you go, kicked off the altercation. I see this a lot, and I see this a lot with the younger generation. They have no respect for other individuals, much less other individuals' relationships. So when you mix bad attitudes with guns and other things like that, this is the type of story, tragic stories that you get. Now, I don't know the details besides the reports, but seemingly to me, this was some type of disrespectful thing that took place that caused the altercation. And everyone has guns nowadays, so that caused individuals to draw their guns. Now, some people are more bold than others and less respectful for others' private space. So this could have easily went left, seeing that the guy Darius Miles also had another guy with him who could have also been carrying a gun. So that could have made them feel, quote unquote, invincible, or they couldn't be messed with at the time. That also led to this altercation going as far as it did. A young lady has lost her life, a young black lady, for something senseless that should have never, ever, ever happened. And there's really no excuse for that. We got to bring more awareness to these situations. We got to bring more notoriety to these situations. And I'm sorry to say, this young man has completely ruined his life. He has completely ruined his life. It just makes no sense. Like, don't get me wrong, he wasn't an NBA player or anything like that, but he still could have carved out a decent path in his future. He could have carved out a nice career for himself in doing anything that he wanted to do, but he chose to do something senseless. I see more and more and more of my young black men just wasting their life. And let me tell you, from a person that's been back there behind those walls personally, that's not a place for anyone. Anyone's child, anyone's mother, anyone's parents, any person, period. That's not the place for him. But unfortunately, he made his decision, so his bed he has to lay in. And unfortunate as it is what it is. I give my condolences to the family of the young lady who lost her life. Because like I said, this is senseless and it makes no sense. We got to be more protective of one another and stop carrying guns to kill and only carry them for protection. Because without her boyfriend carry his gun for protection, we might have two people dead instead of one. This is tragic, man. But that's a wrap on this story. Y'all hit that like. Y'all hit that comment section. Subscribe. And I'll be back with more bangers from Me TV. You hear me?